When you log into the system, you can view the list of jobs. We can access the jobs list by going to the home page, going to the menu, and clicking on Jobs. Here, we can select one of these choices. A lot of these are filters that will let us filter the type of job that we want to look at. As a side note, this can also be referred to as the Invoices section. It's okay to use the terms interchangeably. Most of these filters are straightforward. The All Jobs page does not filter anything out and shows all jobs. The completed job scheduled today is also pretty straightforward. It goes to a page where we see completed jobs that were scheduled today. Some of these filters are for the workflow steps: open dispatch records, jobs in progress, jobs awaiting quality check, jobs awaiting billing, and jobs awaiting payment. For example, to go to jobs awaiting payment, we would select this option here. There is also a filter to show deferred jobs. As we've mentioned in the other video, deferred can be used as a custom status to represent any status that doesn't fall neatly into the standard status categories that are part of the workflow. After selecting a choice from the drop-down menu, we can scroll down and see the list of jobs. Now, we'll discuss some of the actions that are available on this menu. These are the ones for viewing and updating the job. We'll go over that in a separate video. Download an invoice, resend invoice to customer, defer commission, view all invoice dispatches, send customer communication, create subjob, and link recall job. This defer commission button is how we can mark a job as deferred. As we've mentioned in another video, we can use this deferred status as a custom job status for any type of status that doesn't fit neatly in the workflow. Now, we can talk about sending customer communication. I'll press this button. Here, we have two options. We can choose either text message or email message. For now, I'll say text message and hit save. Now, we can update the way the text messages are being sent. We can choose a recipient by selecting one or more from this list, clicking this arrow, and that way they'll be added to this list of recipients. Here, we can type a message. Because we're under text message, there's a limit of 160 characters. Now, I'll show what it looks like for the email side of things. So I'll go back, and on this page, instead of choosing text message, this time I'll choose email message. When using email messages, there's a bit more flexibility. The recipient can be chosen, just like we saw previously. But this time, we can choose both a subject line and an email body. We can even choose some of these photos if the customer wants to see the progress of work. And then there's this list for progress photos, finished photos, and also available documents. We can attach any of the documents that are uploaded to the property or the job invoice. We can also use this to attach the invoice itself, right there in the email. Once we're done making changes, we can use the Save button to save changes. Now, I'll go back to the jobs list. Back on the jobs list, I'll talk about subjobs. From available actions, I can choose Create Subjob. Subjobs are in the system so that we can create jobs that are related to one another. This is typically used for progress payments. For example, if there is work that will take 5 days, you can create a subjob to get 20% on day 1, another subjob to get 20% on day 3, then on day 5, the rest of the 60%. Because you might want to track these things on different days with different payment dates or different charges, depending on the accounting purposes you need, subjobs are a great way to create jobs that are related to one another. Now, I'll go back to the job list. Another action is Link Recall Job. Linking a recall job means that we had to go back out and service a warranty for this call. This doesn't need to be used, but it can be useful for commission-based clients. because they do chargebacks based on how much the other technician who went out to fix the problem would charge for the job. Now, we've covered the main actions that we can do on this Available Actions button.